In prestige, image, and sophistication, here's where the chips come down. The Cadillac Seville. Last year, it was the only domestic car offered with a diesel engine as standard equipment. This year, it gets the more conventional 4.1-liter V8 as standard. And that's about the only change for Seville in '82. You see, with Seville, you sell style. Radical style, maybe, but style nevertheless. And you try to sell technology like front-wheel drive and the independent suspension. We talked about that in the Eldorado module. And the same argument that applies to Eldorado applies to Seville. How much does a feature like front-wheel drive contribute to a luxury car ride? The original Seville was very popular with women buyers. It looked like a car they could enjoy driving. After its redesign, however, it slipped. Women buyers now account for only 18% of its sales. In fact, it slipped so badly that in the first 6 months of 1981, its sales were 30% below the same period of the previous year. Now, for more than $23,000, it ought to be a good car. But the ultimate? Well, let's see. This is the 1982 Continental with style, quality, taste, sophistication, contemporary technology blended with classic coachwork elegance and artistry. A bold new design from timeless ideas, and the most luxurious Continental ever. An outstanding automotive achievement. Consider this. At a base price of $21,302, Continental is priced more than $2,100 below Seville. But the Continental is even better equipped than Seville, with standard features like a 6-way power passenger seat, an electronic instrument panel with message center and systems monitor, a premium sound system with 6 speakers, speed control, tilt steering wheel, self-sealing steel-belted radial tires, a defroster group, the illuminated entry system, and a great deal more. Standard features on the Continental that, if added to the Seville, would increase the sticker price by more than $1,400, which gives Continental a comparably equipped price advantage of more than $3,400. Now let me tell you what has happened to Seville in 1982. Not only has the price been upped by more than $2,000 over the intro price in '81, but they've taken more than $1,200 worth of standard equipment off the car for '82. Things like the power passenger seat, the cruise control, the tilt wheel, the illuminated entry system. All these were standard on Seville last year. Now, all of them are extra cost options. And as you can see here, for all of its claims of technological advancement, Seville is no more economical at the gas pump than Continental. With the optional diesel, you can get about 3 miles per gallon more in a Seville. However, that diesel engine, which was standard on Seville last year, is now a $351 option. Besides, have you any idea how long it takes to make up that price difference at the gas pump? Well, if Seville doesn't have as many standard luxury features as Continental and no significant advantage at the gas pump, then it must at least have interior roominess and comfort advantages over Continental. Not a good bet. Continental has more passenger compartment room than Seville, according to the EPA Interior Volume Index. Seville has more rear seat hip and leg room, but Continental is superior in every other dimension. And Continental has more trunk space and stand-up room for large suitcases not even possible in a Seville with its sharply sloped rear deck. And Continental's fuel capacity is 2 gallons greater than Seville's, which gives it a greater cruising range. Well, it's Seville's front-wheel drive versus Continental's rear-wheel drive. Seville uses a 4-wheel independent suspension system, similar to the one on the Lynx. Continental is the first domestic automobile to utilize nitrogen pressurized front shock struts and rear shock absorbers, a system that combines positive road response with boulevard ride plushness. A luxury ride with sensitivity and control. In the final analysis, it is the customer who must decide which suspension system gives the better ride. In a head-to-head comparison, Continental is going to be very hard to beat. There is one more thing about the world's great luxury cars that defies scientific analysis, and that's style. From a design standpoint, Continental is leaner and trimmer than Seville, but that's only part of the equation. Some people have said that Continental's rear deck design is similar to the Seville's. Well, here they are together. You be the judge. Seville is almost a deckless fastback. Continental is a much more classic design and more functional. From an image standpoint, the new Continental achieves its own immediate identification and impact. There is no question about what this car is, whether you compare it outside or inside. So add up the differences. Continental is simply more of what a truly fine luxury car ought to be. More luxury features as standard equipment. Exclusive features, like the suspension system, found in no other American car. A luxury car ride with sensitivity and control. More interior comfort room, and spectacularly new and unique styling that still manages to convey a sense of tradition. And all of this at a comparably equipped price $3,400 below Seville. And there's something else this car has. A kind of magic that you can see and feel and define. It's a harmony of art and technology that separates the